Okay. So today we are going to do our lab number 3. So first was basic diode characteristics, second one was the Zener characteristics, and now what we are going to do is our lab number 3, that is Zener diode as a voltage regulator. Now when it comes to regulation, there are actually two parts. First one is line regulation and the second one is load regulation. So before we talk about line and load regulation, let us first draw the circuit for our own sake. So here we have, let's say, plus minus, then we have a resistance, then we have our Zener diode. Please note the symbol of the Zener is not like a normal diode. And then we have load resistance in this case. So I am using the notations here, R1, R2, I'll call this as V in, this is your diode D1, and in the from the SPICE netlist we are going to pick up this diode 1N750. It is the number of the diode that we are going to use in our experiment. Now when we talk about 1N750, that is the experiment, what we have to do is we have to find out some information about 1N750. So first we will open the data sheet of 1N750. So all of you should do this exercise with me. You should know from where to search the data sets, from where to see the data sheet, everything you should know. So I'll write here 1N750 data sheet, and something will open. So you can go to alldatasheets.com. Okay, this is a very famous site, alldatasheets.com. Even we have been using this website since our engineering days, and you can pick up anything. So let's pick up this datasheet, micro commercial components. So you can just click on this download, or you can view this, click to view, and once you go here, just below this you can see the data sheet has opened, and certain things you can find out from this data sheet. So what is that you can find out? So you can see here 1N75. So the Zener voltage Vz is 4.7. Then the minimum current is 20 milliamperes, and the maximum current that you can apply to the Zener is 75. Zener Vz is 4.7, Iz min is 20, and Iz max is 75 milliamperes. So I will just minimize this for now, and somewhere we will note this down, that Vz for 1N750, Vz is 4.7 volts, Iz min is 20 milliamperes, and Iz max is 75 milliamperes. So this is from the data sheet, and I have already shown you how to see that particular data sheet. If you want, I will just post the link of that data sheet in the chat box, so everybody can just have a look at this. So here I am posting the link. Just a minute. Yeah. The link of the data sheet, and you can see that this is what I have posted in the chat box. Okay. So are you all able to see the link? If yes, write yes in the chat box. If yes, write yes in the chat box. Okay, that's fine. Very good. Now let's come back to this thing and let's focus on the circuit. So there are two ways in which the voltage across the load can change. So now the question comes, which is the load resistance? So R1 is basically the load resistance RL. So R1 is nothing but RL, that is the load resistance, and R2 is the resistance used to limit the current. Now here the value of R2, let it be 100 ohms, and let this be 1 kilo ohms. Okay, and the voltage, the supply is nothing but 15 volts. Now I have already given you a brief idea about this, that the Zener diode as a voltage regulator. So voltage regulator means it has to be good in line regulation as well as load regulation. So first we will see line regulation. Line regulation means the value of V in varies and the value of the load RL is fixed. RL is fixed. So let me also define some currents here. So this is going to be, let's say, IR2, this is IR1, and the current flowing through the Zener would be IZ. So one more equation we can write. So this is a node in the circuit, okay, and at this node you can see the incoming current is IR1 and there are two outgoing currents. So we can write IR1 is equal to, or IR2 sorry, is equal to IR1 plus IZ. IR1 plus IZ. So this is a very simple observation by KCL. So how we are writing this statement? By KCL, Kirchhoff current law. Anyways, so this is something that we need to understand. So what are we trying to vary? V in and RL should be fixed. Now the voltage across RL is nothing but V out. So this is our V out and this is our V in. So even if V in changes, regulation means V out should not change, and this will be over a certain range. This will be over a certain range which is linked to IZ min and IZ max, which is linked to IZ min and IZ max. So we want to see whether this is true or not, or what is the value of V in. So how much V in can change and still my V out is constant. That is what we want to know. So you can do a very quick calculation here. So here the voltage drop is Vz. So if you apply a KVL to this loop like this, if you apply a KVL here, then what you can write here is, very simply you can write V in is equal to, or rather I will apply KVL and then we will V in minus IR2 into R2. So voltage drop in the direction of current is negative, minus Vz equal to 0. So we can write, therefore Vin is equal to IR2 into R2 plus Vz. This is what we can write. Now IR2, if I change Vin, if my Vin changes, my IR2 is also going to change. If my Vin changes, my IR2 is also going to change. But what is the value of IR2? IR2 is IR1 plus IZ. IR2 is IR1 plus IZ. So let's write like this. Case 1. What is this maximum value of IR2? So maximum and minimum values. So first we will say, when IZ min is 20 milliamperes, at that time IR2 is equal to IR1 plus IZ. Now IR1 is nothing but voltage across the resistance R1 upon the resistance value. So voltage across, so here also the voltage is Vz and Vz is 4.7. So basically this is Vz upon R1 plus IZ. So now if IZ is minimum, then IR2 will also be minimum. So we can write here IR2 min is going to be, Vz is 4.7 upon 1000 plus Iz min. So Iz min is how much? 20 milliamperes. So that is 20 into 10 raised to minus 3. So here only we can just write IL is nothing but Vz upon R1, which is 4.7 volts upon 1000 ohms, which is going to be 4.7 milliamperes. So actually speaking, this IR2 min becomes 4.7 milliamperes plus 20 milliamperes into 10 raised to minus 3. So this will be 24.7 milliamperes. So this is our calculated value. What is this calculated value? So we have to observe this in the Zener diagram. So similarly, I will now write the equations in case of case 2. So case 2, you can see here that Iz max is how much? We have written here 75. Where have we got this 75, 20 and Vz? From the data sheet. So again I will write IR2. So Iz min gave me IR2 min. So Iz max would give me IR2 max. That is going to be again IR1. So as you know, the load current will not change. Who will change? Only Zener current will change. So this will be Iz max. So IR1 is also the load current, that is IL, that is 4.7, and Iz max this time is 75 milliamperes. So what we are going to get here is 79.7 milliamperes. So this is the maximum current variation which can be allowed due to change in V in. But we want to know what should be the change in V in. So here the minimum value of V in we will get when IR2 is minimum. So V in min, I can use this equation. I can use this equation which we have already written. V in is IR2 R2 plus Vz. So V in min will be IR2 min into R2 plus Vz. So this is going to be 24.7 into 100 into 10 raised to minus 3 plus 4.7, which is going to be, can somebody quickly calculate and tell me this value? What is this value? So according to me, it should be 7.17. Just check it. 7. Can somebody unmute and quickly tell me? 7.17.
Yes, sir, 7.17.
Okay. So similarly, we are having V in max, which is going to be IR2 max into the value of R2 plus Vz. So this time we will be writing 79.7 into 10 raised to minus 3 into 100, which is the value of R2 plus 4.7. So can somebody tell me this value?
So 12.67.
12.67. Okay, good. Now what we have seen from here is that we have got a minimum value of V in and we have a maximum value of V in, and these values were derived considering the maximum and minimum current that can flow through the Zener diode. So this gives us a range over which my V in is allowed to change. So in toto, my V in, the change in V in that is allowed, that is between 12.67 volts and 7.17 volts. So what this means is that if V in changes between 7.17 volts and 12.67 volts, my V out remains equal to 4.7 volts, which is the voltage across the Zener. So the output gets regulated only if the variation in V in is in this range. I hope you have understood this. So have you copied this thing or should I wait?
Yes, sir.
Have you copied this everybody or should I wait?
No, sir. Wait.
No, sir, wait.
Once you are done, just write done in the chat box. So what we have done right now is we have determined the calculated values. We have determined the calculated values.
Sir, please can you scroll up?
Yeah. Once done, just write done in the chat box. And like I keep on saying this, that you should observe that we have done nothing but applying KVL. Okay? What you have done in BEE, I think I am also doing the same thing. So I think I have also given you my BEE notes. So in that, if you have any doubt, just try and see how KVL and KCL are applied in different circuits, just to revise your concepts. In case you have not received, just type in our WhatsApp group. I will just send you there. Okay. So should we go ahead? So what was this? This was like line regulation. Now load regulation means load regulation. What is the meaning of load regulation? Can somebody say tell? So now RL is variable. RL is variable means actually IRL, or which is also equal to IR1, is variable. It is changing, but and Vin is fixed. Vin is fixed. So if Vin is fixed, then IR2 is also fixed, and the value of IR2 would be, if you look at the circuit, this is IR2 and now Vin is fixed. So on this side you have Vin, at this node you have Vz. So it will be Vin minus Vz upon the resistance, that is 100 ohms. So I am just writing the formula here. That will be Vin minus Vz upon R2, which is going to be 15 minus 4.7 upon 100. So this is going to be, can somebody tell me what is this value? Can someone tell me what is this value?
Sir, 0.103.
0.103 amperes. That means 103 milliamperes, correct?
Yes.
Is 103 milliamperes. Okay. So again here I'll write case 1. So that is at maximum Zener. That means Iz max is 75 milliampere. Now we want to know what is IL min. So IL min is going to be IR2. Now IR2 is fixed. This is fixed. Why it is fixed? Because Vin is fixed. So that will be IR2 incoming current minus the current in the other branch, which is Iz. Now IR2 is 103 and IZ is 75. So here 103 minus 75 would, I think, would be 28 milliamperes. So now what is flowing through the resistance is minimum current. So the resistance has to be maximum. So that is why I am writing here. This is I1 min. I will write here R1 max is going to be Vz upon I1 min. So this is going to be 4.7 divided by whatever I1 min we have calculated now, 28 into 10 raised to minus 3. So can somebody tell me the value of R1 max? Post your answers in the chat box. Come on, quickly. You are all designers. You have to sit with calculators. So how much is this value? How much?
Sir, 1.678 57142 into 10 raised to minus 4.
Okay, so that is 167.85 ohms. And case 2. Okay, Mithilesh, your answer is correct. So case 2, you are having IZ min is 20 milliamperes. Now in the exam there can be a sum also on this. So this lab will make you ready to solve a sum as well as do the lab. So here I will say I1 max is equal to IR2 minus IZ. So IR2 is fixed 103 and IZ this time is 20. So that will be, I think, it will be 83 milliamperes. And now R1, if maximum current is flowing through the load, then the load resistance value will be minimum. So that will be Vz upon I1 max. So that is 4.7 upon 83 into 10 raised to minus 3. So what is the value here? Yes, Mithilesh, Harsh, go ahead and calculate the values. Okay, that value is correct. Mithilesh, Harsh, value is correct. Perfect. 56.6256 ohms. Now what it means is that if the load tries to change, then it can vary in the range from 56.62 ohms to 167 0.85. So this is our conclusion. Now we will test this. Now the time has come to test it. So now everybody should open their LT Spice and let's see how to go about that. So first we will start with line regulation, then we will go to load regulation, and if time permits we will go to clippers, because clippers is really very simple. So everybody open your LT Spice, and the first thing that we are going to do here is we are going to do line regulation. Let's put a nice heading there. What are you going to do? Line regulation, and you can also put your roll number and everything. Now let's build the circuit in F2, and where I will get voltage. Type voltage and put this thing here. Keep some distance between the, say this is my R1. I want a diode, so I'll just take it from here and place it here. I want one more resistance, R2, and now you just join them. Also connect the ground, which is very important connection, and this is what you will do. So now first you post this circuit in the chat box. First everybody will post this circuit in the chat box. You will make this and post. So we will do this together.
Sir, to rotate, what we have to do to
Sorry.
rotate the register?
Sorry.
Sir, to rotate the register, what we have to do?
So you take this resistance from here and press Ctrl R.
Sorry, sir, I couldn't hear.
Sorry.
Sir, you were not audible. Voice was breaking.
You take the resistance from here and press Ctrl R.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Or you can use these options also, like mirror and rotate.
Okay, sir.
So these options are there here also. But generally I prefer to use Ctrl R because anyways my hand is on the keyboard. So first everybody will only build this much and post in the chat box. I want everybody to do this. I am evaluating you based on your submissions, what you are posting in the chat box and so on. Okay, so evaluation is always on. So you will have to upload this in a proper format on Teams. I will be creating the assignments and the grading will be all online. So you will be able to see your marks there itself by logging into Teams.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, today I can't do experiment because my laptop display had some issues. So I have given my laptop for servicing. So today I can't perform the practical. So I will do the practical and afterward I will post it.
Okay. Okay, Harsh, I can see your circuit. Harsh, the direction of diode is reversed. It is not proper. Reverse the direction of the diode.
Okay, sir.
See here, this cathode is at the top and anode is connected to ground. Okay, Mithilesh was. So what I will prefer, Mithilesh, is that you make this R1 and this R2, because while doing the problem, you can see that what we have done. This is R1 and this is R2. So circuit wise it's fine, but just to have some common things between the calculation and the circuit, please do the naming in that way. Okay, Harsh, good. Now we will right click on this diode and we will choose the diode, that is 1N700. So you can see this 1N750. The breakdown voltage is 4.7. That is something to be noted. So we will say OK. Now you can see the symbol of the diode has changed to Zener diode. The symbol of the diode has changed to Zener diode. This we will make it as 100. In our calculation this is 100. This will make it as 1000. 1K is 1000. Now here we will name this node. We will name this node using this label net. We will write V out and put it here. And on this side we have V in. So as V in, and this, the name of this is also V in. And the value of this would be like 15 volts max. But now I want to change the value from 0 to 15. So once you are done writing this, building this much circuit, just post the circuit in the chat box. Post this circuit in the chat box. I will wait.
Sir, can you show again how you named V out and V in?
So you can go to label net, then this option will open and out, and just click the wire which you want to name.
Okay, sir.
Did you get it, Neeraj? Okay. Mithilesh has done it. Okay, correct, Mithilesh. I will wait here for 5 minutes. Post your answers in the chat box. So we are like doing this together. Okay. I will also give you the circuit once we build this thing later. But yes, first you have to do this on your own. Pratik, yes, Pratik, your circuit is also perfect. Harsh, your circuit is right. Now let's simulate this. So this much is what we do, and now everything is in place. So let's simulate. But this time we want to sweep this input. So I'll say DC sweep, and I'll write sweep what? Sweep this V in, and then sweep it in a linear way. Start value is 0, stop value is 15, and you can increment this in steps of 0.1, and you can see this dot DC here, and once you get this, you should be able to see this, and you can see what is there on X. V in, it is going from 0 to 15. Now we want to plot V out. Now we want to plot V out. So I'll add trace, and you can see here V out is there. So you can see this V out. Then I want to plot all currents in a different plane, because here voltage values are in volts and current values are in amperes or milliamperes. So just to avoid the confusion, I am adding a plot plane, add a plot plane, and in this plane I will click here and I will say add trace. So I will add ID1, I will add IR1, I will add IR2, because these are the currents which I should get. So all of you should get this kind of graphs. You should get these two graphs. So you will post like this in the chat box. You will post circuit.
Yeah, how to get DC sweep option?
You run this. So see here again I am showing. I am removing this. So you will be having this circuit. Now you will say run. So it will show you this option. Then you go here to DC sweep. Here you write V in. Use the version of the sweep. Start value is 0, and if you want to sweep from 0 to 15 and increment in of point. So you can see here this. Then once you simulate this circuit, you will get this screen. Now you can see there is only one plane inside this. So you can say add a plot plane. Add plot plane. So now you can see this got divided into two. In the first one, I will plot voltages. So I will say add trace, V out, and in the second I will add currents, add trace. All these currents, ID1, IR1, IR2, I can add and I'll get that flow. So what you should observe is IR1. IR1 is actually the load current. It is nothing but the load current. So you can see the load current is always constant. The red line is a constant line. Load current is always constant. If IR2 reduces, IR2 means what? This light blue line. This light blue line. If IR2 reduces, the Zener current also reduces with it, but it always maintains IR1 constant. So this is basically, this gives you a sense of regulation, that the Zener diode is regulating the voltages. Now you can also see here 7 point some volts is here between 6 and 8. So 7 volts would be somewhere here. So from here to here around 12 volts, that is a safe region of operation for the Zener diode. So you can see here this stabilizes at around 7.1 here. So let's do it this way. So now you post this in the chat box. I want to see the circuit as well as these graphs in the chat box. But now I want to actually know what is the value of V out. What is the value of V out for 0, 1, 2, 3 like that, actual values. So now what I'll do is I'll go here. I'll write a spice command here like this. So you can see here dot measure DC V out 0. Find V of V out when V in is 0, when V in is 1. So with V in, how the V out is changing, that we want to find out. So I am writing this command here, and you can just zoom it this way, and I'll just run this. So graph wise nothing will change. Graph wise nothing will change. Only in the spice error log file, now you can see all the values for different values of V in, that is 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 15. So you can see here between 7 and 8 or between 6 and 7, the value tries to stabilize. You can see V out is stabilizing between what, 6 and 7 or around 7 and 8. Between 7 and 8 the values are very close, 6.9 and 7.1. So that confirms our values also, that the minimum value is around 7. The minimum value is around 7. So that confirms that from these readings, that the minimum value, so calculated, is almost equal to observed.
Sir, can you please show again how to write that command?
Go in this .op and then you write like this dot mesh out 0. V of V out. Like this you have to type, and you have to type so many lines like this. When V in equal to 0. Now if you want to type this line again, you can just copy this and press Ctrl M to come to the next line. You can come here, write 1, and instead of V out 0, you can write V. So by writing this line, what are you saying? Store the value of V out when V in equal to 0 in the variable V out 0. Store the value of V out when V in equal to 1 in the variable V out 1. So like this I am storing how many values? 15 plus 1 value at 0. So in all 16 values. So there are 16 lines. Have you understood this?
Yes, sir.
And then you just say okay and place it somewhere here. So if you want for your convenience, let me, I'll give you these lines. So you will save some time in typing this. So I have chat box. So I want you to observe the result and how to verify this. Are you able to, have you got these lines? Can somebody confirm?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Yeah. So now I want you to post this circuit and I want to see this spice error log like this. So I want a screenshot like this. I want to see the values, and because just by looking at by eyes it's difficult to find out whether it is 6 or 7 or 8, but this gives a good sense that okay, the value is stabilizing between 7 and 8.
Sir, where to click to get a spice error log?
Sorry, I could not hear you.
Sir, where do you have to click to get the spice error log?
So you go to view. First you have to run. After running this, you will go to view and here spice error log.
Okay, sir.
So now I want to see this screenshot from every one of you. That is the graphs, the circuit and the spice error log. So are you getting convinced that our calculations are correct? I actually want you all to experience that feeling that what we have calculated is only coming. Harsh, these values are not coming.
But sir, I'll try it again after running it.
Graph is okay, but values are not coming. You should be able to see these lines. Yes, this is correct. Error on line 2. There is an error on line 2. Unknown parameter V. So Mithilesh, what you do is, though you are getting the simulation, so this value of V in you put it as 15. See, I have put it as 15. Na? Did you get this, Mithilesh?
Yes, sir.
Now I just don't want only voltages, but I also want current. So now I want, once I know how to write dot measure command, now I am interested more in finding out different values. So now I'll use something for currents also. So I'll go here .op spice directive. Now you can see I want the current through the diode D1, this diode. So I write ID1 when Vin equal to 0 and store it in the variable ID0, then ID1, ID2, ID3 like that. Okay, so I want to do that. I say okay, and now I run this. So now I am running this file again. I have to run this file again and again once I put a new measure command, and now I can see in the error log that apart from voltages, now I have got currents also, and you can see that from being equal to 7 to 15, the value of voltages is remaining constant, but from 7 to 15 the values of currents are different. That means it is changing from around 18 milliamperes to 97 milliamperes. So this is the thing. From this output you can say that at the breakdown condition the voltage across the zener is constant, but the current that flows through the zener can be different. So this device in a way helps us for line regulation. So now I want you to show this both like this. I want to see graph, Zener diode and this. And the current commands I have put it in the chat box just for fast simulation. Come on, do this. Any doubts? Just unmute and ask. And don't be shy or anything, otherwise you will repent during the Viva that why didn't I ask the question during the lab. So whatever stupid question that comes to your mind, you have to ask. Okay, Mithilesh, you are getting the right thing, but I'm not able to see up to 15. Can you like take it a bit up? I mean, Harsh, Harsh, the way Harsh has posted is fine. Okay, Harsh, good. You have got it. Now, if you want like more, if you want to play more mischief, then what you can do is you can have more measure commands. You can have IR0, and instead of D you can put IR, and instead of D1 you can put IR2 also, and calculate the different values. Okay, so I'll just save this somewhere. Zener, I'll save. So anywhere you can save it, Zener diode. Okay. So you are going to get this. Now we want to go for load regulation. Now we want to go for load regulation. Load regulation means now V in will be fixed. We will not step V in, but we have to now change the value of R1. We have to change the value of the load. So now what I will do is, see here, I will just save this file File save as Zener. Instead of load, I will write line. I will write load. So Zener diode as a load regulation. And for the time being, I'll just remove this command here of no use. Okay. I'll remove this also. Now we are working with a fixed V in value. We are working with a fixed V in value. So now we want to uh, vary. We want to vary R1. So I will right click on R1, and instead of this 1000, I will write curly bracket RA. I will write curly bracket RA. That means I am defining. I am not defining a fixed value for R1, but I am now saying R1 is variable. I am saying R1 is variable. But now you have assigned a variable, but you have not assigned a value to the variable. So for that, you will again go to .op and write one spice line. You will write one spice line. That will be step step param. That means step the parameter named RA. So this is the parameter RA. Step parameter RA from 0 in steps of 10. 0 to 200 in steps of 10. But if you give a resistance value as 0, okay, if I try to put it here, and if I try to simulate this, go to DC operating point, it says R1 resistance must not be 0. It throws an error. It throws an error. So what we have to do is, instead of 0, we will write 0.0. And we will simulate. Now can you see it simulates? Now it simulates. So 0.01 resistance is as good as 0 ohms. So first you will build this circuit and put it in the chat box. First you will write this much and put it in the chat box. Instead of R1, what will you write? Curly brackets RA, where you write the value of I want you all to have this circuit on the screen. So you have to just save as, okay, file save as, nothing else. Post the circuit in the chat box. Come on, do it fast. You already have this circuit. Okay, Nikhilesh, your circuit is okay. First, your circuit is also fine. I'll wait here for 5 minutes. Okay. Now what we will do is we will try to run this. Once you make this circuit, we will run this. The moment you say run, it is asking you start time, stop time. So you use the last option, DC operating point. DC operating point means whatever is the DC circuit in this, just use that value and calculate everything. That is what you are trying and telling Spice. So that dot OP you can see here. You can just move it somewhere here. And now we will again do the same thing. We will divide this into two plots. I will say add a plot plane. In one plot I will add voltages. Here I will add V out. So you can see here. And in the second plot I will add all currents. Sorry. ID1, IR1.
Sir, your screen is freezed.
My screen is freezed. Nikhilesh
No,
or
sir.
anybody else, can you confirm please?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, Harsh, what I suggest is you can quickly log out and again re-log in.
Okay, sir.
So please, so you will get this. So I want you all to put this in the chat box.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
सर जो आर ए है ना आर ए
Sorry, I could not. Can
तो
you speak a bit louder?
सर दैट आर टू का जो वैल्यू है ना आर ए
हाँ
तो
हाँ.
जब मैं रन कर रहा हूँ तो ऐसा दिखा रहा है कांट फाइंड डेफिनेशन ऑफ मॉडल आर ए
Can you post that error in the chat box? And let us all make a practice to speak only in English. It's a part of your training to become an engineer. So even if you are unable to, you try to speak in English. Okay. Of course, when you are meeting me personally and that time it's fine, but in lectures and in labs and whenever we discuss, when everyone's there, we will try to talk always in English.
Sir, please can you show the graph how it looks?
Yes, Harsh. Is it visible now?
No, sir. Graph is not visible. Only the
Ah,
Zenith direct load.
now is it visible?
Yes, sir. Now it's visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so your screen has become black. Okay. Yeah. So now you can see
Sir,
this.
I'm not getting the same graph.
Same, sir. I'm also not getting the same graph. So that I1 and D1, R1 and R2 are not intersecting.
Mm,
Hello, sir.
yeah.
Sir, I have uploaded that screenshot of error.
See, what it means is you should understand that first thing is IR2. Okay, let me check what you are getting first. I don't know why you are not getting that. The circuit is
Sir,
perfect.
could you show one more time how you took that RA?
Nothing. I just did a normal thing. I'll just show you. I'll just close this graph. Okay. So now everybody just check first whether your circuit and my circuit is absolutely the same or not. Yes,
Yes,
it
sir.
says
It's same.
your and my circuit is same.
Yes, sir.
So that should not be a problem. Step top param. I think there is no problem here. I mean, okay.
Sir, I have not written that dot step param.
So you have to write that, no? But Mithilesh has written dot step param.
Yes, sir.
Then he should get it.
Sir, I have also written that dot step param. Then too, I'm getting the same result.
Okay. So what I'll do is just a minute. Uh, I'm just putting this file in our chat box. All of you just quickly download it. It's the same circuit which I am working on right now. Okay? And open this file. Okay, when you did .op, what did you actually do? Can you show me? So I am just simulating
To
this.
whom you have asked, sir?
Sorry.
To whom you have asked that?
Prasad, I cannot hear you. Can you speak a
Sir,
bit louder?
run DC, OP, PNT, and then okay.
See, I'll tell you why this graph is having some sense. Okay. Here you should see at any point. Okay. Here, see here now. Can you see that IR2 is constant? Can you all observe that IR2 is constant?
Yes, sir.
Should it be constant? Yes, because that's what we have written here, that IR2 is fixed. IR2 and Vin is going to be fixed. So the first thing that I am observing is that IR2 is constant. The second thing that I am observing is that when ID1 is reducing, when IZ is reducing, IR1 is increasing. That means when the Zener current reduces, the load current increases. Now let's see that whether that is true. You can see when Zener current is max, load current is min 28, and here when Zener current is min, load current is max. So that is what we are getting here. So that's why I say this output is correct. Now here you can see that at around 56.625 ohms, so this axis is ohms, this is resistance. So somewhere here 56.625, somewhere close to 60, you are getting a pretty straight characteristics, and there onwards you can go up to around 160 ohms, and you can see that they are pretty well, like Zener is reducing, then the load current increases. If the load current reduces, the Zener current is going to increase. Can you post this output now in the chat box? So now I am opening both load as well as line regulation, and I'm adding the planes, add trace Vout, and here I want ID IR1 IR. So now everybody should post like this in the chat box. We want to see both line regulation as well as load regulation outputs. So I hope you can understand that we can see these graphs only in the lab. It's like impossible to visualize this during the lecture. So according to me, lab sessions have got more importance than lecture. Lecture is okay, I mean theory is delivered. There we look the fundamental, which is also very important. But in practice, there are some problems that we will face. So how to solve them? If you know only LT Spice, you can get placed in the core company, which will have like a starting package of around 20 lakhs per annum. If you go in IT company, it will be like 3 lakhs per annum. So,
Sir, what changes do I have to do in my that load regulation to get graph as you are getting?
1 minute. Huh? Actually, your output is circuit is perfect.
Yes, sir, but my graph isn't same as your graph, sir.
Your output is very perfect. Harsh, I don't know, there might be some bug or something. Can you use my file that I
Uh,
have opened?
Okay, sir,
so
I'm
even
doing.
I'm getting a different graph.
Yeah. So I think there is some bug or some difference of versions which is creating that.
sir. I think everyone is getting this. Mine
Yes,
is also
Prasad.
different one. Mine graph is also different, sir.
You all are getting like IR1 and IR ID1 is reducing at the same time, na?
Yes, sir.
But that can't be true, right? That is, I told you the reason. Then we will not get regulation, and it doesn't match
Sir,
with our
IV1 is constant.
I IR2 should be constant. IV1 is the same as IR2. IV1 means current flowing through the source, but you can see source and R2 are in series, na? So
Sir,
same.
the file which you have shared is of line regulation. When I open it, it shows line
Yes, sir.
regulation.
Sorry, I could not hear both of you.
Sir,
Harsh,
the file which you shared in the chat section, uh, when I open it, it's of line regulation.
yeah, so I might have not renamed it.
Yes, sir.
So you rename it.
No, sir, the name is load regulation, but when we open it, it's line regulation.
Yeah, I understood that. That means here it is written line regulation, na?
Yes, sir.
But does it have a dot step param?
No, sir, it's a whole of line regulation.
ऐसा हो गया? 1 minute. See, this is the file with which I am working. Okay, I have replaced the copy. Just check now.
Yes, sir, now it's okay.
I don't know. Sometimes, I mean, you could only observe that I have not done anything different, and we are justifying our results with our calculations. Now let's try to use some dot measure commands here also. And let's see what we have got in the error file. So this is what I wanted to show you, that this dot measure command does not work when you are doing dot step. Are you understanding the point?
Yes, sir.
So this is what I actually wanted to show you. That is why I put it here. So then how will you measure? So you can go to the graph. Okay, and let us say that you want to measure the voltage at the current at 80 ohms. So you can click on any one of this, let's say IR2. So you'll get a screen like this, and once you go on this, you can go to 80 ohms and you can see vertically 80 ohms. So what is the value? 102. Now if you just move across, can you see it is close to 103? Our value is 103, na?
Yes,
Our
sir.
value is 103
Yes, sir.
milliamps. Now you can also verify here that at IZ mean 20 milliamperes, my what is the value of resistance? So it was 56.6256. So you can very well check that also. So you have to use the cursor to check the value. That's the only disadvantage of this. So we can have this IR1 and we can measure it at different values of resistances. So see here at around 56, IR1 is 83, na? So at around 56 ohms, IR1 was 83. So that verifies. So our calculated and observed values are very close. So you can do that very easily.
Sir, how to bring the line regulation and load regulation in one window, like the same?
See, I'll show you. Uh, First you open the file load regulation and run it. You will get load regulation and this. Then you keep that file open only. Then you go to line regulation, say open and again run it. You will get the second graph.
Okay.
And let us say if these graphs are like this now, on top of each other or one is maximized, you can see these files. But now you want to arrange everything together. So you will use this option, tile windows. So once you say tile windows, it will tile everything perfectly. Now sometimes there is a crisscross, like for example, this is line regulation. So you have to see the name of the output and the circuit file is the same. So how to identify this is output of what? So this is line regulation. This is also line regulation. Here this is load regulation. This is load regulation. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Good. Mithilesh, keep the grid on. Grid. It is sometimes easier to measure with the grid.
So how do you turn it on?
Sorry. Okay. Here.
So how to turn it on?
Go to view. First click on the circuit file or on this. Then say plot settings and then tick this grid. Click on the plot. Go to view. Plot settings and then write grid. You can also mark the data points if you want to, like, check the values at 50, 60, 70. So this red point would be, this point would be 70 somewhere.
Sir, can you please show again?
Here, go to plot settings and say mark data points. So I'm removing that. So I'm now getting a smooth value. Sometimes when you write papers and all, no, you require this. So you can reset the colors also if you feel like. So you can have the colors resetted. Harsh, output is okay, but make the backgrounds white and keep the grid on.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Harsh.
Sir, sorry, sir. I don't know how to make that background white.
You don't know how to?
Make the background white.
So you click on this any plot. So let's say you first you click on this plot, this first plot. Okay. Now once you click on that plot, you go to tools, go to color preferences. Then the selected item would be trace, make it background. and see to it that all are 255. Currently they might be 000. So see, if it is 000, it will become black. Can you
Okay,
see?
sir. Yes, sir.
But we don't want black, we want white. So I'll go to background and make everything white. Now we are doing this because if we want to put this in our journal, and if we decide to print it, so anyways we are not going to print it, but later on in probably next semester, many times we have to print and present and show it to people. So at that time this is important. Now see the graph that we have plotted, these graphs, these are not there in standard books also, and in our lab we could do it. So congratulations to all of you that you have done something which is not even there in books, or you have plotted graphs which are not there in books.
Sir, how to get that grid view?
Grid plot, take this, or you can simply press Ctrl G. Ctrl G,
Okay, sir.
Ctrl
Got
G.
it.
Yes. Any doubts, anything, please ask. This is okay. But in this graph, you forgot to plot ID1. There is no ID1, na?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm plotting.
So you can save these files, and what you could try is, now you just try changing the Zener diode. We'll put a new Zener. See, we have I think used this 6.2 volt Zener or 8.2 volt Zener, I can't remember. So we have used this 8.2 volts. Now if I simulate this, can you see I'll get some other set of readings. If I make this as 8.2, you can see the values have changed, correct? So it all
Yes,
depends.
sir.
It all depends what you are trying to do. So I'll again. So why I am making you do this is because you can use the same file, just change the diode and test any Zener diode, and you can test any Zener diode with this. So your spice code is ready to test any Zener diode. Okay, good. Okay, so now where is this Zener voltage regulator used? That is the question. Okay, so it is used in, as regulating, or you can use it in regulating the voltage from a solar panel. So something like this. So let's say that you have a solar panel. Okay, we have a solar panel in our lab also. Okay, and a solar panel would cost around something like 1000 to 1200 rupees. So one can also consider buying it if somebody wants to like build a charger from a solar panel. So there will be two wires coming out of this. Okay, one is positive, other one is negative. Generally this is like 12 volts, but this is 12 volts when there is full sunlight. Okay, and if the sunlight is, if it's cloudy, then it can go up to like, this 12 can go up to 7 volts. So what we do is, generally, though this output is DC, the solar panel will have lots of photodiodes connected in parallel, because in parallel the currents will add up and at the node, and you will get a good photo current. So you will get some I photo current, I photo I will write, and you can restrict this current with the help of a resistance. So this was your R2, and here you can have your Zener diode, and then you can connect anything here, a bulb or anything. So this is the resistance RL. You can connect a motor if you want to run like a solar based pump, then this R1 will be a motor, but this will not be a resistive load, then it will be a RL load. It will have a coil. So you have already done circuits in BEE wherein coils are in series, coils are in parallel, and things like that. So this is how the actual application of the Zener is. So did you get this? So
Yes, sir.
line current can vary. Why the line current can vary? So nobody asked me this question. The line current in this case is varying because sunlight is not constant all the time. So like today morning it was raining, in the afternoon it was pretty sunny, and now it's cloudy. So that's how the things are. So that will cause some voltage variations, but we want that light or the fan or should always glow or should rotate with a constant speed. So with regards to that, we need to do regulation. And who will do regulation? Zener diode. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
So I think that's all about Zener. Next time we can do about Clipper, or let's do the Clipper right now. So Clipper is a very simple experiment actually. So I'll just close this. It's nothing big deal. But I think we will do Clipper next time only.